For every terrible sample in hip-hop, there's also a classic. Starting with the 2024 Kanye West song Hood Rat, this song samples a loop from the Letarian Milton News Report, where some little kid tries to steal his grandmother's car.
The SUV took most of the beating, snapping off one of his axles and wheels.
If I thought they wouldn't take me to jail, I'd whip his behind right now.
It's fun to do bad things, to drive into a car.
But did you know that you could perhaps kill somebody?
Yes, but I wanted to do hood rat stuff with my friend. Hood rat stuff with my friend. Hood rat, hood rat, hood rat.
She fell in love with the sword. I sliced, I diced, I hit it from the bag.
The sample on Hood Rat just kind of sounds like a repetitive whining noise. It really doesn't work with Kanye's delivery. But maybe if he did the song in a different way, it would have worked better. But just the stuff Kanye's rapping about, I mean, he's going, whore! Like, yeah, that shit sucks. Despite this terrible vocal loop, Kanye West is still considered to be one of the best producers in the world, especially in his song Fourth Dimension, released in 2018. The thing that's so incredibly good about Fourth Dimension is the year of which the sample was taken from. This sample was taken from the 1930s. The song What Will Santa Claus Say is a Christmas record recorded in 1936 by Louis Prima. Take a listen to the following chops.
Down the chimney he will come with his great big smile, and he'll find that even the kiddies are swinging in a lady style. Oh, what is Santa bringing us? Oh, bringing you presents in a...
It feels so good it should cost. Brought an alligator, I ain't talking Lacoste. Make me say, like a mix of Master P and Rick Ross.
Close to nobody's ever chopped up a song this old and turned it to a hip-hop beat. And I think that's what makes this song so unique and kind of genre-changing. Speaking of iconic, this next song has 1.7 billion listens, and you've probably heard it before. This song is titled Deathbed Coffee for Your Head, and it was released by the artist Powfu. I think to a pretty big extent, mainstream attention and oversaturation has kind of destroyed this song. It samples the 2017 song Coffee by Bieber Do Be.
Don't stay awake for too long, don't go to bed.
After pitching up the vocals, this song turns into a lo-fi style track.
I don't wanna fall asleep, I don't wanna pass away. I've been thinking of our future cause I'll never see those days. I don't know why this is happening, but I'm probably...
The original sample is actually pretty good, but it's kind of just been ruined by this viral TikTok song that unfortunately is now just associated with like depressed Bart Simpson edits. Maybe before like all of the trends on social media this song would be considered okay, but just after so much oversaturation of terrible content, it has been ruined completely. Unlike Deathbed, the story of OJ by Jay-Z has aged to become one of the greatest hip-hop tracks ever recorded. This song touches on the impact of race and classism in America and how black people are still discriminated against despite how rich or famous they might be. It samples the absolute classic song For Woman by Nina Simone.
My skin is black.
This tracklib video demonstrates very well how incredibly complex these chops are in this song. With around 32 different chops, Jay-Z flips this masterpiece by Nina Simone into another masterpiece by himself.
Light nigga, dark nigga, faux nigga, real nigga, rich nigga, po nigga, house nigga, field nigga, still nigga. Still nigga.
I think the story of OJ is hands down one of the greatest samples ever made. I don't understand how Jay-Z managed to hear the original song and realize he could get all of these small sections to create a masterpiece. It is incredibly impressive. Unlike the story of OJ, the Earl Sweatshirt song East samples a very obscure Indonesian song, and the entire hip-hop community is divided on whether or not this is considered a good track. I actually really like the song East, but a lot of people despise it. And it makes a lot of sense why, to be honest. You'll just understand when you hear it. Yeah, that's a pretty fucking weird melody. And Earl Sweatshirt takes this and creates one of the most controversial beats of all time.
When you got it made, 30 racks of weed, no fat in the collard greens. Off top was me, no cap, I don't bottle things. Flats and grandmama rings on the fingers and bonded the thing.
I think this is a really creative sample and quite experimental, but lots and lots of people just think it's straight ass, and I can definitely understand that. While East might piss people off, the song Don't Cry by Jay Dilla is extremely sad. Jay Dilla is definitely one of the greatest producers of all time. In my opinion, he is the best producer in the world, but this specific song Don't Cry is just incredible. The main reason why it's so good is because of the backstory. Jay Dilla created this song while he was on his deathbed and died only 3 days after his album came out. The song Don't Cry was a message for his mother, telling her not to cry when he's gone and rather celebrate his contributions. It samples the 1974 song I Can't Stand to See You Cry by the Escorts. Much like Jay Dilla, Kendrick Lamar is considered to be one of the greatest of all time. However, in his 2009 song Still Hustlin', he performs one of the worst songs I've ever heard.
Words bouncing off my tongue like a damn trampoline. Hoes manicure hemming up the bottom of my jeans, so I kick 'em off. Got haters pissed off. Used to have no bank. Look at my account, you see O's like Rick Ross. I drift off.
I don't know how he's managed to make such a shit track. Like, I can't even comprehend how bad this song is. I think it's because Kendrick Lamar used to be a pretty big Lil Wayne dick rider.
Floating up the aisle like the bride and her daddy. Hip hop.
But really, it did not work. Speaking of underground hip-hop, the song Players by Slum Village stands as one of the most creative sample chops of all time. This song was also produced by Jay Dilla, and the thing that's so incredible about it, it's less related to the sound of the music and kind of more related to the fact that Jay Dilla managed to change the meaning of a sample just with a chop. The sample comes from the 1974 song Claire, and you'll probably notice that the word they're saying in this song is Claire. But Jay Dilla managed to manipulate the sound of this word by pitching it down and chopping it a bit earlier, making it sound instead like the word player.
Don't let the drama fluctuate. I don't wanna, I gotta, we cooking sex. Now where would we be at if we let you do that? We probably be laying on our backs.
This is one of the most unique styles of sampling ever seen before in hip-hop. Speaking of unique samples, the Eminem song My First Single samples the sound of a CD case opening and closing for percussion. This song was created while Eminem was at his absolute peak of drug addiction, and he was finding it incredibly hard to release quality music. In this song, you can literally just hear him farting and burping into the microphone.
This was supposed to be my first single, but I just walked that off, so fuck it, let's all have fun, let's mingle, slap a bitch and smack a hoe.
While it is quite creative to sample the sound of a CD cover opening and closing, it really just did not work with this song at all. Finally, the last track is considered to be the best by many. Shook One's Part 2 by Mobb Deep is considered to be an absolute masterpiece by most people. The sample comes from a very slowed down chop of the 1969 piano song Jessica by Herbie Hancock.
You heard of us, official Queensbridge murderers. The mob comes equipped for warfare. Beware of my crime family who got enough shots to share for all those.
If you ask anyone for a top 10 list of their best samples of all time, this song will 100% show up somewhere. It's just well known as a fact that it's one of the greatest samples ever made. If you're interested in more content like this, check out my strangest hip hop samples video. Goodbye.